Good morning and welcome to Vlogtober day 14 after another very horrible night. Well, I wouldn't call it horrible, but it was sort of like feverish, just that it wasn't fever because it was just a light temperature, listening to my body, and this being the fourth day. This morning being the third day that I wake up with a huge major headache, I've decided to do a relief and actually take something for my headache. So now I'm feeling a little bit better. Fever is still down. Blood pressure is normal. Was normal before me taking the medication for my headache. So I'm allowing myself to do this so that I can get some stuff done on one hand. On the other hand, I hope that this is over now. We will see. I will use the free head because now I feel like my head is free and now I can focus on other stuff. And I will use this a little bit later to meditate and connect with my healing spirit guides and see whatever needs to be done for this to move out. So yeah, now I am going to do a little bit of work. The second week doing Vlogtober, I'm still obsessed with it. As you can see that even, being sick, I'm still, doing it because it's just something amazing to be able to show how the life of someone like me is. I'm enjoying it because I hope to inspire so many people out there that have ADHD or that are empaths to see how, how we can deal with energetic things, and how we can do, energetic cleansing to ourselves, how we can embrace energetic cleansing. And I'm not saying, please, if you ever feel sick, please go to the doctor if it is ever, in a very bad way. And I have to say that if I would be getting worse and if I would have a lot of fever, I would have, found a doctor. I would have additionally called my homeopathic lady who is available only Tuesday through Thursday. So I would probably call her tomorrow. But just that as a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I can only show you how you can, additionally to normal medicine, you can use, healing methods for yourself. And, listening to yourself is one of the things. And so remember how I mentioned it already in Vlogtober 13 about me using stronger medication that I'm not a big fan of. And of course, even having this, I'm not a big fan of. Just in case anybody asks, I did a COVID test just in case because my mom just had one, a test available, and I'm like, I'll just do it just in case because we have a huge family system where I'm staying. So I don't want to get anyone, too sick, but it was negative, so that has nothing to do. It's just one of those huge influences that you probably get on Oktoberfest. And as my mom likes to say in Spanish, sarna con gusto no pica, which is basically sort of like if there's something that you did out of fun and, you know, it's not too bad. So it's, I'm not gonna say that, you know, go and get that sick. No, I'm not saying that. But I do, you know, make myself aware that we're heading towards an amazing moon on Wednesday where, you know, it's energetically full. We had some solar storms and all of that happening, you know, and our systems are in transition. And I'm feeling that I'm not the only one. I've had so many people around me either getting sick or having weird stuff, you know, like my hip thing that I've been having all summer long. And I'm very well aware of it. I'm very much in connection with my spirit guides supporting me, you know, taking care of it. Of course, you could deal with it faster, but I prefer to do it more on a more slower kind of way because I know I want to get to the basis of it. But being today the third day that I woke up with very strong headaches, and I come from migraines. I used to have them very much more. Now they're less, but still when I have them, like I will, you know, allow them to be there for a day or two. But when it becomes the third day, I did feel like, no, I need to take you know, something for the headaches. And so what I did first also, because I do sometimes suffer from high blood pressure, and I wanted to check if that was one of the problems that I was having, but nope. My blood pressure was on point, actually so perfect that I hadn't seen it that way in a long time. Fever had gotten down in the morning, so I decided to take one tablet against my headache, and it only took me about half an hour or so until it kicked in. And yeah, and that's how I started my day. Feeling a lot better, started working a little bit. And for everybody saying you're not supposed to be a workaholic if your body's telling you to slow down, I know. But I also know that my purpose is, you know, in front of a computer, and I know that it fulfills me and it makes me happy, and I needed to feel happy after this because it was 3 days not doing almost anything, and I needed something to make me feel happy, and that makes me happy. So I followed that. And after following that, I listened to my body. What does it need right now? And I felt like eating a pizza, and I asked if anybody had one in this house, and they had. And after, you know, because yesterday was horrible for me. Whenever I tried to eat something, I felt nausea, and I'm not sure if it was because of, you know, what I was having or because of, you know, the headaches that I was having. Could be a lot of different reasons, but because I wasn't having headaches, I feel like I could. So I almost ate a full pizza for lunch, and then, you know, allowed myself to rest a little bit. I even got some cuddles in from my nieces, and then, you know, in the afternoon, I felt like I wanted to do some soul food for myself, and I think you've already seen me do it in the past 14 days. I think I did it a week ago. One of my favorite foods, which is raspado de verde, would be the Spanish name for it. My mom says the way I do it, it's not a raspado. I do it more like a cream, but it's basically a plantain soup that I love. It's very healthy. It's, you know, and it's filled with beautiful, amazing food that just makes your body glow. So I love eating that. So I made that for myself. And while I was waiting to do that, I asked my body, like, what do you need right now? Like, what would be something that could support our healing system? And it asked me for cocoa with water. So I took the cocoa chocolate. Well, you know, yeah, cocoa. It's, you know, not normal cacao. Cacao, I think. I don't really know how you say it in English, but I think you know what I mean. It's not the, you know, it's the baking one that you use for baking. So I took that one, two spoons of that with just water. I don't know if you've ever tried it. I know some people look at me like very weird when I do that, but, you know, ever since last winter, it sort of has come to me, and it every now and then it just feels good to have 1 cup of that. So it was a warm cup. Somehow that the energy of cocoa or cacao wanted to, you know, be with me and heal me. And then I received the food, and the food, you know, my favorite soup. So that was a nice ending of the day today. And yeah, so right now I'm still feeling a little bit woozy in my head because, you know, after having 2.5 days with headaches, you still feel woozy. So I'm waiting for anything to, you know, be done by, you know, I hope that with tonight's sleep, tomorrow I'll be better. So yeah, so that's just for you to have, you know, a little insight as to how I communicate with my spirits. You know, I know we're having a comet that you can look at if anybody has had the time. I think today was the last day to be able to see it. So whoever does see it, I hope you can see it. I'm not going to try because I just don't think I'm going to be able to do that tonight. But that's also an energy that's happening right now, right? And those kind of energies do something with us. Right? I don't want to go into interpretation of what. I'm just saying that I'm embracing whatever it wants to show me. And within this whole process, I've asked my body, my mind, my spirits to help me see whatever I need to see for myself. Usually whenever I have this, I receive, I think, and I already mentioned it yesterday or the day before, my spirits just say, go and rest. It's time to rest. And today was the first time where I didn't have that anymore, where I was like, okay, I feel like I need to move because if I just stay sitting still, it's just not going to be good for my body. I feel like I need air, I need movement. I had, you know, I had my windows open so that fresh air could come in. I had, you know, I took a shower, you know, with everything after these days. It was just so necessary. And all of those things helped my whole system today. We will see how tonight is, but I feel very confident that this is, you know, this is going to be nice. As for the recap of the 2 weeks, I already started before. I think I'm amazed as to what this process has asked me. You know, it's asking of me to reflect on my own days every day, on everything that I do. Because of course, I want to reflect on it and tell you about it and see, you know, like see the value in it for you as my viewer. Otherwise, why should you do a Vlogtober, right? It's very interesting. I'm glad I'm only doing it for a month. At the same time, I'm glad I am doing it for a month, if you know what I mean. So it's an exciting journey, and I think I can highly recommend anybody to do it because you learn so much about yourself. So that will be my reflection on the past 2 weeks, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next 2 more. Yeah, and as for that, thank you for tuning in, for listening in, for watching me, you know, going through this. And I hope you're enjoying it a little bit. I hope it inspires yourself as well. And as always, my beautiful dream weavers, stay magical and see you tomorrow.